Well, all right, we're back for a part 3 for the Craftsman series here, and as you can see, there's a lot of work to be done here to this one. I didn't want to let a good day go to waste, so I figured I'd come out here and get a start on it. And while I don't have any paint yet, I didn't think to buy none. I can go get some. I just have to stop and go out to the store, and I'm not going back to town just to get one can of paint. But I do have my sandpaper and time this evening to do it, so since it don't feel too bad out here, and all that, I figure we'll get a start on it. But what piece to start with? I tell you, it's all a mess. This was definitely more challenging than the Murray mower. It's been sitting in the weather a lot longer. I wonder if this piece comes out. Is it worth the hassle? Probably not. Looks like it's got clips right here. It looks like snap down in there. Again, it's one of those scenarios where the parts go on a lot easier than they come off in many cases, and this is one of those cases. Let's see if sandpaper does anything for this light rust. A little bit, but it would be nice to get this thing out. Yeah, I'd probably destroy that, so let's just leave that alone. This piece here, it don't really look too bad. It'll hit the rough edges, I suppose. I don't expect to make it look brand new. It don't look too bad. Maybe I'll get some red paint for this one. We'll just paint it red. The idea was to make it match my little battery power tools and my green mower. That's why I painted it green. And it kind of looks like Greenworks tools and all that, but yeah, what a flopper that was, huh? You gotta start somewhere, right? That's so uneven and not much you can do for it. It did kind of shine the edges a little bit. That's fine with me. I sanded on this a little bit earlier, sitting there, and I was like, "It's an easy one." I could probably give it a good go over with a grinding wheel or a brush on a grinder, or even a side grinder. And somewhat, that's not. It's better to do it with a stationary grinder where you can hold the part, touch it pieces at a time, or sandblasting works. I've always wanted to do that. I don't have one. I think Frank does have one of those tucked away in the back, but considering the state of the shop being messy like his, it'd probably be pretty impractical to use it. I don't even know how that works. I guess it's a bin underneath that collects it and just keeps sending the same sand through. I would think. Otherwise, what a mess. Another thing that would really need sanding, because that's pretty good, is the blade. And that needs a grinder wheel too. This thing probably would benefit from some sandpaper. You can see it's pretty funky on the ends there. And that's the part that needs to be clean. I bet it cleans up. If not, then I don't know. Frank's probably got something like this. These are pretty common. And he said to bring it out there. He had some parts for this one. I was like, okay. I don't know what that means yet. We'll find out later, I guess. The lamination, you can see the lamination in this. Maybe that's normal, but it's coming apart a little bit. So it could indicate it's worn. The corrosion has caused problems for it more than we can fix with sandpaper here. This side don't look as bad. Maybe it was painted at some point. Wore away. I don't think I could paint it precise enough to not paint the ends. I'm pretty sure you don't want to paint that. I ain't gonna bother painting it probably. Not this. But it's imperative that it's clean because it's what makes the electrical spark happen. And spinning action, two different metals spinning, it's all it takes. Yeah, it's a tough spot to understand. Clean it away. It is definitely working. I was telling how many hours I'd sit here and do this to get it back. Let's try it out. I hope you can see it all right. Well, if I get out of scene, I apologize. I can't tell what I'm recording. Yeah, you can definitely see a difference. This side doesn't seem like it needs it. So I said they painted or halfway painted or something. They painted it to a point and stopped. Or the ants peed on this part more than the other. I don't know. Okay. Let's give this blade a go. A lot easier this way. I think the side that I sanded the other day, this side, I think it was. Maybe it went on with this side. I couldn't do much to it because it was spinning around. Now we can actually do something to it. Yeah. If you got the patience for it. If you're impatient, you know at the point, you have the option to skip ahead. Wish I had that, but where's the fast forward on this? What do you know? There's a blade under all this rough. I'm so spray painting it black so it'll look new. I don't have to buy it. I'm pretty sure this will still work. Stubborn old edge. I don't expect to get like chop off your arm. Yeah, it would cut though. Yeah, I believe if I had a piece of wood, I could stick in it. It's not nicked up. It's got a little bit of wear here. The other side's got a few minor spots. Man, this thing would slice and dice. And at the rate the grass is growing, by the time this thing's functional again, we're gonna need it. Oh, Lord. If I have to order any parts, that's gonna be at least a week. But hopefully, whatever the part is, I can put it on there and get it going. This time it'll work. Also need to try to sand the receiving end. It seems to be pretty well fitted on there as well. Getting back down there. Well, at least it preps it up some. All right. Nope. In fact, it actually looks like there's some smegma right here. I can see it right here. Oh, that's hard enough. It looks like a gray gunk on the very bottom of it. Okay, no, it's drained. It's totally dry of oil. It looks like. Let's tip it up this way. See what comes down. I see a little run, but virtually nothing. Okay, it's pretty empty. We'll just set this to the side. We'll give it a go because it's still kind of crunchy. Oh, yeah, you see it turning orange quick. Got to be careful with this piece though. If you're not, it'll cut yourself pretty easily. Clean off the extra rustiness. Places like this, sand it now, paint it. Oh yeah, it'll come back nice. It'll definitely invigorate the look, I'm sure. I'm definitely get a can of paint, give it a go. Hopefully I can get this done in time. I think I will. All right, it's smooth enough to paint that, I would say. Nothing here. Though I'm going back on the bottom. I just seen this stuff here and I was like, huh? This is probably easier on the hands. Okay. So you can see the before down here and the after right here. So it's definitely going to be worth painting, I think, once I get this sander, get all this loose rust off. I learned my lesson painting the green when I've seen the mistakes there with how paint come off in some areas. I was like, well, it's probably good enough. And no, it's not. It's not good enough. You want this stuff sanded down better than I do. Really good. The best you can get it, really. This piece might be reaching its prime. I don't know. Hardest part's gonna be this finger busting nightmare down in here at all these little raised areas. This thing is so rough, I'll probably end up just washing it off, letting it dry, and then sanding it some more. It'd be nice to get the shroud. The inside part up in here is painted. This piece is good. It's just the underside of this. It was probably never painted, so the moisture of the air got to it. That's why I want to paint it. I mean, I don't know why wouldn't you not paint it? Just because you don't see it, it don't mean it shouldn't be painted. At this point, I couldn't guess how many installments of this series will be in the crafts. I'm just numbering them as I make the segment, you know, easier tracking of what order for you and me. That piece is just about obliterated, isn't it? All right, let's just get rid of that. Break out another one. An industrial 50 pack. Starting to not sound so. I still got several pieces there. More than enough for this. I probably won't be able to do much of the engine block other than sand the mount for the blade and whatnot, and the crankshaft a little bit perhaps. It'd be nice if I could I might be able to take a hammer and knock that off, but I don't want to mess with it. If it's on there that good, who might have bothered? Unless I got to take it off for some reason. The top part here, like I said, maybe change that out or get it off and clean it real good with some. Then I can get my sandpaper when it's off and this thing ain't beating up my knuckle. I mean, I can try with sandpaper, but it's not very effective. Yeah, we did that the other day, I believe. So that's why I was like, but this thing we can do. It's getting there. So just get the most that you can. You can't get it all. If you got the right stuff. Sandblasting, yeah, you can clean every bit of it out. But so you're gonna need to take a thing out, and this thing is stuck. I ain't never in my life seen anything like it. I figured it would come out, you know, if you pull on it. I've tried tapping it against the ground and tamping it out. I've tried pulling on it and turning it. It's just, wow. I guess something's been sprung out in there, or the rope is all bound up or something. And I'm not sure if I should just cut it at this point. See if I can take my chances that way. So I think let's leave it alone for now. Let it dry some and sand it some more, believe. I can see more how much crust I actually got off of it. Some areas I can get it to metal. I see the metal becoming back through. That's awesome. That's what we want right there. We want a metal, shiny metal surface as possible. These tries, I might be able to wipe it off with a wet rag, and I may just end up, cutscene in the way here and getting us a bucket of water together. 550 and even. I guess I can take a few minutes. It doesn't take long. And like I'm trying to wash 50 of them, Just doing one. I can't really see this side, but it must be pretty bad. Yeah. Need the extra rust to come out of there. Yeah, there it goes. It's raining rust. Well, here's what we got. Just a couple minutes of sand in here. So it's not supposed to take all day. All right, well, put that over here. Wash it off or something later. That looks better. This thing here, it's kind of painted already. I cleaned it up the other day, but it doesn't look any different. It's like no different, So I might just hit this with some paint. Pull the little, does this come off of there? That's all. You can wrap it up with something. Cover the little rubber piece up so it stays red, and then paint everything black. Just give it a quick blasting, quick shot over it like that. Got a little rustiness here. These come out. Yeah, these come out. I'm glad that didn't come out of that hole. Just hanging out. I got the box right here. And maybe some pieces in here that need some sanding too. Let's see. Become the parts for everything box here. Yeah, here's the accessories for this one, plus some extra spark plugs for it. This is all the stuff that goes to this Craftsman mower currently that's been just separated from it. It's a big mess, ain't it? And unfortunately, I lost an engine, one of the bolts. This other video, I just cut it out because I was like, oh man, and talked about it for a minute. I was like, nah, let's cut all that out and briefly mention it later. From where on this one, I think we can see it at least. Yeah, it's still in there. Check it out. Frank says he can drill it out though, right here. So that was the deadbolt that I saw. Oh, okay. Well, that might have been the only thing stopping me the other day when I tried to take the bottom plate off. It's the bolt. That's the one that broke off. I thought, ain't it? Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, that's it. 1, 2, 3 of them. See, these two are missing. Oh, yeah. These two are missing. And that one's still there. And if that had come out, I think that's what stops the plate from sealing in there. Maybe. Or maybe not. I took all these out, and it didn't come off. I took these out and every single one of them out of there, including the drain plug, and it didn't come apart. So that's where I'm thinking you got to do something extra to it, like hit it with a hammer or something. I don't know. He surprised me when he knocked the other thing off, hitting it with a hammer. The flywheel. All right, let's see. Now that we got this thing off, it might be possible to do a little work on this. And if we actually got to repair it and all that, then yeah, he has one already, and I can switch out. All the parts I need, like the seal, but we still got to take it apart and all. So I may end up just leaving the mower out there. It may not be possible to fix it in one pass. So there's always that option. I don't know what to expect. Might just end up making a shopping list of various things that I got to get for it. Just cleaned the shit off of it. That's nice. Check it out. That works pretty good. Hope you're catching that. Let's move these items out of the way. Oh, yeah, some of the oil sludge is coming out. That's fine, I guess. I just have to wash the tarp off. What I bought it for. All the parts can be treated that way. Don't have a hammer or nothing on standby. Just my sandpaper. Yeah, it's definitely on there good. I know it comes off. Wow. Yeah, this was cleaning up pretty good on the bottom too. Got to get in there and customize. It's similar to the Murray as well. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get these fend areas very well. I'll try it. Get out of there. Don't want to wash the parts. I don't want to wash any of this stuff like that. It has to be separated, in other words, tore down into the basic components, like I did the head and all. Oh, I'd want to wash these parts like that because there's chances of water getting in here, and I just, nah. But I could try to wipe it off. It is cleaning up. It's just dirt and oil. The metal, underlying metal, is protected by it, I guess. Rough on the knees. At least my back's beginning to feel a little better now. Finally, I crapped out enough stuff with that couple aspirin I took, kicked in. Which I don't think they did much for that. That was just me going to the bathroom. If we're going to do it, try to do it as right as we can. Procedure somewhat right. Clean it up as best I can. I should grab a little brush again. Steel brush and hit it with that in a few spots. But this is more or less going to need some air compressor at this point. To really clean it up and stuff. Tighten it down a little bit. The gasket and all is present there for the head, but you know what state it's in. If it can hold the pressure correctly or any of that. Oh, there's that bolt I needed to get out to get this cover off. So I told you it'd be no problem to get to it. So there it is. I just don't have it with me. I don't want to bother with it. I'll leave it on there for now. where I can keep up with the stuff. So this pipe is plastic. I thought it was metal, but it's not. It's plastic. Let's check the state of it. It isn't holed out, is it? I hope not. Oh yeah, and you can see the this piece here did all right. It's smooth again. All the crunchy aluminum oxide that was on there seems to come off. I'm just sanding around on it some yesterday. Now this part though is still funky, and it's got the spots of aluminum oxide. That's what that white powdery substance is. See, it comes off fin by fin if I want to sit here and do this. Each one. That's what it would take, kind of nitpicking at it one by one. Not all of them are easy to get at. Some of them are tough. You got stuff in the way. Sandblaster, definitely. Would be ideal to clean something like that. A good Saturday afternoon lawnmower repair video, huh? That's when it was recorded. Maybe it'll be Sunday afternoon for you, or Monday, or Tuesday, or till the next year. Who knows? But if lawnmowers still exist, 300 years from now, and someone's watching this and it's finally got its fifth play, then we'll know. Oh, I'm just rambling. That piece got pretty rolled too, didn't it? It may not be getting all the rust, but it is getting some of the rust. I'm trying to clean up as much as I can for it so I can paint it really. Some of it, maybe not all of it, this is where I need to. Places that are already painted, for example, could probably hit them. So I can fix stuff like this, make it all the same, give it a new updated appearance. But I really think I might ought to just wait on that until I take it out Frank's so I can get it further apart. With his help, we may end up I'm gonna have to get it all the way apart. This part's got a break right here. You can see the seam, it's right there. Which means it's probably I'm gonna have to get, if that's the case, I'm gonna have to hope he's got some of the seals in order that I can order the seals, because I know there's a seal here. Probably gotta replace this seal, this seal, this seal. It really needs all of its seals replaced to restore it properly. I don't want to take any chances on will this seal work or will that seal work. Let's just replace them all. But how expensive is it? And that's where the problem lies. If it ends up costing me $300 in gaskets and seals and carburetors and tanks and shit, then no, I guess I'm just gonna have to go fork out $300 for a brand new lawnmower. I'm not spending all that for an old rankedy repair one. It shouldn't have to cost that much. But that seems to be what they do. Force you to go buy one. I mean, it's possible to fix them in some cases, and I'm hoping this one is still salvageable. I don't have much history on this one. All right, what else we got here? Piles of bolts and things. They probably need a little loving. All that. Don't worry, you don't have to sit here and watch all the stages of all of this. I'm gonna try to remember to skip around some for you. That's what you'll see the cut scenes and stuff. It means you just skipping past a bunch of arbitrary work. You just want to see them. Yeah, it looks like this, and that's looking like this. I get it. Still, though, sometimes fun's watching you get there too. Watch other people make videos, and they'll put long forms, them doing whole jobs and things. I'm like, okay, people are sitting there listening to all that, watching that for an hour. Try to squeeze them into that time frame. Some of the stuff definitely takes longer than an hour. Just showing you the highlights reel sometimes. Yeah, not a whole lot we can do for these things. Clean up the threads a little bit. These were the bolts that go on the bottom of the engine. I'll thread them back in there. There's a way to keep up with them. And so we know what to look for. Frank's got the buckets and bolts out there. He's probably got one that fits it. Just got to get the old one out. I guess it cuts new threads in the metal. I was asking him, does he have a threading tool? We have to make new threads in it or something. Let's see. Yeah, right here, see. Now you can see it better probably. I like that. Sand that one some more. That's probably why it was a pain in the butt to get this one on. Corroded so badly. You think this part would have been all right? It was up in something. Why? Just how much water got on this thing? Then I take it away and it's like all the threads are gone. I'm like, oh, no, they're still there. I don't have that much sanding force. Okay. There's also the decking too, so that may just be I'm hitting threadings. That's probably where they go. I don't know. You see how tight they were? It was so tight it broke off, and that was with the manual driver. I was just pulling it and it snapped. I was like, huh. I'll be dipped. That happens sometimes. You know, I was hoping it wasn't gonna happen here, but it does. We got old Mr. Carburetor. This thing is so small and stuff. I don't even know where to begin. I was messing with it. I don't want to mess it up. Let's blow through it or something and see what happens. Nothing. Oh, that ain't good. I'm just guessing. It might be good. Could be it goes only this way. It's lost its gas. It doesn't even really have a smell of anything anymore. It's been without gas for so long, it just kind of has the smell of nature or machine, I guess. The little arm on top is pretty rusted over, but it still's got some shiny parts in it. It moves freely. This little seal is still hanging on, so we're going to try to leave it hanging on and all that. Could probably just put it back on the motor. And we ought to probably put this oil cap back on. I'm going to go get a rag and a bucket of water because we got to clean up our mess. Don't want to leave it like that, so we'll be right back after this cutscene. All right, we're back. Like I said, I don't want to get too long-winded here about this stuff, but I did get us a little shallow bucket of water here. Water pressure's all wacky. Couldn't get any hot out of it. I was like, oh, it's gonna be lame, but it's better than nothing. See if I can take another go at wiping dirt off this thing. The light's a lot better. I can see what I'm doing versus the last time I was giving it a go. Plus, this is the first time I've had to really clean it like this. Oh yeah, that is grease or something. Maybe that's supposed to be there. Anyway. Darn it. Meant to keep one for drying and one for cleaning, and then both of them got in the bucket over here. Oh, well, that's a bummer. We'll just hang this one over here for a minute. Mainly wanted to wipe over the rusty spots, see if we could notice any improvements. A lot of times you clean the rust off and it's just stuck there, and you go and wipe it, and then underneath it is, oh look, there's the metal we were looking for. That's what I did to the Murray, and it made the paint stick a lot better than just leaving it all rough like that. The difference between wiping it down with water you control versus just letting it sit in the rain and get rained on. This is a controlled amount of water that evaporates quickly, whereas rain just sits there on it and rusts it out over time. Seal clean enough so I can see what's going on there. This might all be for nothing. I don't know. Again. But even if it turns out to be that way, we won't know unless we try. Frank's saying bring it out there. Maybe confident he might be able to help me get her going. This time we get to see a working project instead of a failed project. Yeah, it does need to be disassembled more to really get in there, give it that good cleaning it needs. It's just kind of grimy everywhere I look. Looks like the intake's nice and air. I don't see any light passing through or nothing. So that's good. So that means we don't have to buy that piece. That's an upgrade. All right, well, I'm pretty sure we're getting to about that hour mark and all that, and I don't want to keep you up all night or hold you up for your day job or whatever it is going on in your world. And give this blade a quick wiping. As well as the inside of the shroud. And then I'll just have to pick up some paint. And if I see a need to revisit this, I will with some more sandpaper. But just doing that right there, a matter of an hour or thereabouts worth of time, they would take these basic parts of this lawnmower and get them cleaned up again. If you got a lawnmower, you might want to think about cleaning it up. That's all I'm saying. Or you end up with a busted up lawnmower you can't use. And you're sitting there going, oh, now what am I going to do? I'm going to get to mow the lawn. All right. Get it dirty. We'll just set it on the mower. The body right there next to us. Here's the door. It turned out pretty good. And also, this piece here actually gets the carburetor bulb on this model. So let's go ahead and install it since it's laid out here. And then worry about it. Be a great way to end the video. Then I'll go clean this mess up. All I do is just push it down in there. It almost seems like it doesn't do anything with it. It's going somewhere. Oh, look, okay. I see this one. There's the trick to this one. When you push this, it blows air through this tiny little tube and sends it on this little track right here, which on the front of the carburetor. I remember seeing that already. This one. I think it's why that little seal is there. Pretty sure it is. Yep. That's the airs on that side, and that's the okay. So this is going to be your two. This goes to the intake manifold on the engine block, and this is the air pull inside that this plate will go against, like that. So when you push on the air bubble, it's pushing air into a little tiny jet which goes up, and it looks like it's trying to get to this port right here. I think, or no, it's on the seal. It's right there on the seal. It's a little hole right there on the edge of it. So that's what you're priming. So maybe on this model, Frank, he was looking for things like that on the other carburetor to unclog things like that little port there. If it's clogged, I would assume it probably is after all these years. Well, anyway, I'm going to get out of here now and maybe go look up these parts and see if now that I got them separated. And they're pretty clean. I'm going to take some of them like this one in particular inside and look it up and see what the prices are in case I need to replace it. I ain't going to buy it yet, but it would be nice to know if they still make it or not. All right, sorry about the cutscene. I wanted to include this part as well. Wipe this piece out. Got to wipe that part out. You can see how it turns out. It cleaned it up like I was telling you. When you wipe it away, the metal shines and starts to come back through, like this side right here. If I can get it to go back to just be like, and then it's all just brand new looking. Yeah, it's more like before and after shots of a sandblaster, before and after the sandblaster. But for hand sanding, I think it turned out too bad. Nothing I did helped just free this thing though. The spindle here, where your flight wheel, the pull start mechanism. Yeah, that would be a good way to describe it. The pull start mechanism. This is basically a rope loaded spring, or spring loaded rope. That's it. And I think that's it. I think that's all we got for now. That's about as much as I can really do for it. What's the basic stuff I got? All right, at this point, the mower split up into pieces. I got some of it inside, and I got the rest of it out here. But it's supposedly going to rain, they say. I don't know. We don't want to take any chances. And I'm probably going to push this back over here out of the way and put it under the tarp and under something so it doesn't get rained on directly. I don't think it would matter, but don't want to take any chances. And also, while we're here, to end the video, give it a better ending, I suppose, than my last few attempts to end this thing. Because I keep forgetting to add things. Until I'm done for the day. So I know I still got to have time to edit. But yeah, we want to take this thing out. It's supposed to have a self-locking bolt on the back. Should just pop right off. Yeah. And this will undo the wire harness, the whole thing. You should just leave the bar behind. It comes apart right here, the wire, obviously. For some folks, maybe you don't know that. That should just come off. There it is. Now the handlebar free to move, see the world or whatever. But yeah, let's see if we can make it move at all. I couldn't tell you what went wrong here. I guess rust inside of it. It's literally rusted to itself. It looks pretty decent though. Look, there's no rust on this end. There's nothing on this end. So yeah, it's one of those. It just jammed up here at the top somewhere. I felt it budged just a tiny little bit, but it's got to do all that to move it. Holy moly. I think it needs some oil or something down inside of it to help it slide easier. And that oil is long ago been rinsed away or dried up or something. All right, well, this is probably going to this will be a replacement deal. But at least it's separate and I can carry it inside so I can see what it looks like and all that when I'm looking for trying to find it, because there's so many parts. And you know, it really, as you've seen so far, it really sucks to order the wrong thing. Sometimes be left holding the bag with it. All right, well, I got to get this stuff stored up. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.